No shame in seeing.
And there are plenty of players sitting at 31 points.
Yeah, 31 points brings them ever so closer to that coveted asymmetrical top cut. I mean, you're definitely trying to avoid the asymmetrical top cut if you can, but being in top cut, guaranteeing at least that top 16 placement and being able to play for that title is pretty big. And so Ryuki, Alex, Jackson, Rowan, Sam,
adding them to the hand. Does have a psychic, pair of psychic left, also darkness energy floating around in the deck too. We'll grab the 2 psychic here. Other than that, he's got counter catcher, so that opens some different plays up. The touch right here has 270 hit points, 250 remaining because of the 20 damage on it. Worth noting here too, I guess, Screamtail does actually have more HP than normal because of the Lively Stadium, so that means it could push for a little bit more damage with its Roaring Scream attack.
Is there actually, with that Lively Stadium, is that enough for Rowan to counter catcher up the Petron here? I was wondering if that was enough for Rowan to actually KO the Mega Absol. I don't think we're quite there. You have Monkey Dory, like he's mentioned, the extra HP on the Screamtail. I wonder if Rowan is just going to settle for another Frillish attack here, though, just to slow things down, make it harder for Bulin to close out the game on the following turn. But
Psychic Embrace is going to put a couple more damage counters onto this Frillish, so both those Adrenabrains are live, 60 damage available to be played with, and I do believe time has been called. So Rowan is going to be turn 0 here, and now that's why he's going to take a moment, think through things, because he doesn't have to try to win this game anymore. He now just needs to make sure that Bulin cannot win on the next turn, and what is his best way to do that? That's what he's asking now.
yeah, and honestly, I think attacking with Frillish is probably that play here from Rowan. Was, I think, gonna retreat into the Screamtail and KO the active Petron EX with the Screamtail plus some Monkey Dories maybe. But if you draw 2 prize cards here from Rowan, you give Bulin access to counter catcher and Ursula to be able to attack for 0 energy.
And you also give Bulin Pheasantipity as well,
yeah.
right? So it would open up so many things.
Bench space for the Ursaluna, so
yeah.
just gonna Frillish attack, and I think this should probably lock it up here for Rowan with a 1-0 victory.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like Bulin has much in the hand, just 3 cards. There's the attachment for turn. No boss's orders available, however. No way to... Oh wait, does he have boss? Was that boss? No, it was I think it's counter catcher. I think he has counter catcher and Lily as his last 2
It
cards.
looked like a boss's orders, but I think you're probably right. I mean,
I think he would have played it by now, yeah. I'm pretty sure it's counter catcher, cannot use that. And then once again, Subjugating Chains cannot push the Petron. It's self-active, so Bulin can retreat, use Mega Kangaskhan, try to draw a couple cards. It's not going to help him here.
Yeah, I think Rowan was just making sure of that as well. You can't, Petron cannot push itself back to the active state. You can't get access to the draw power from Mega Kangaskhan.
Get the attacker back.
Yeah. And with the Kangaskhan draw there, there's just a pass from Bulin, and Rowan takes the victory.
Wow.
With the Guardy.
What a game from Rowan there. The Mega Kangaskhan being copied by the Mew EX. One of the more exciting finishes to a game that I can remember in recent times. But Rowan is going to propel himself much farther forward in this tournament. He's going to be feeling really nice after coming away with that victory.
Yeah, really sticked up there from Rowan, and honestly, this just makes me more excited to see more of this matchup, the back and forth potential, the Monkey Dories, the Absol, the Mew plays, the missed energy gets found, but it's still winnable. So many things going on. It's a really, really cool matchup to watch.
Let's recap that exciting match and see how we got to this point, with Rowan coming away with the win, being 10-1-1 now. Early on for Bulin, it was a little rough. Board was awkward because of that Cornerstone Mask start, but he got swinging pretty early with that Claw of Darkness on Mega Absol EX.
Yeah, and then that big play, of course, finding the missed energy, completely limiting Rowan's options. Rowan kind of went up that, I don't want to say panic mode, but tried to scramble anything together to build up some damage on this Absol, and then was eventually able to KO it effectively in 1 hit, and then closes it out with that counter catcher KO on the Mega Kangaskhan.
Only thing I'm a little disappointed by is that we didn't see the last flip on the screen. It rolled off the screen, left us in suspense, but I think it's obvious there from that reaction. Rowan flips the double heads, and I think he knows he got away with one there.
Yeah, definitely. You don't expect to hit the 2 heads. Maybe 1 heads, you're feeling comfortable. I think 1 heads for the Kangaskhan, but the 2 is definitely unexpected.
And then here in game number 2, we saw Bulin get off to a pretty decent start here and left Rowan with an awkward situation after this Mega Absol was able to remove a specific card from hand, but Rowan was able to KO this Mega Absol EX with the Adrenabrains on the Monkey Dory, clear that Pokemon from play, and Bulin on this final turn had no way to do anything. +1 turns, not enough for Bulin to find a way to take 2 prize cards, and Rowan feeling pretty nice. Moving to 10, 1 and 1.
Yeah, so not quite there. That is a big win though for Rowan. Is 1 win away, I want to say, from making his way into the top cut, which he's very familiar with, of course, and I'd be excited to see him there.
Yeah, absolutely. Rowan, one of the best players in North America, very, very consistent as well. He's won regional championship before. Also, worth noting, 2015 world champion in the juniors division. So he's a very experienced player, dating all the way back to the younger divisions, and it's always cool to see how these kids grow up, moving through the game and just the journey over the years.
Yeah, definitely. He's been playing a really, really long time. One of Canada's strongest. He's still doing it to this day.
Yeah, absolutely. Love to see it. And for Bulin here, moving now to a record of 9, 1 and 2, still very much alive to make it into top cut here. Probably does need to win 2 in a row in order to make that happen, but with 2 Swiss rounds left and playing one of the strongest decks in the format, should feel okay.
Yeah, definitely the potential there. Does need to win both, of course. No ties. Can't take another loss, but definitely might see Bulin later on today.
Well, while we're waiting for this next round, let's take a quick look at our metagame for this event, starting with phase 1 yesterday. Coming into this event, no deck.
We've seen we have a lot of big names at the top of our tables that are playing this deck. You can only imagine that the top cut will feature that at some point.
Oh, for sure. And speaking of top cut, we actually have a bit of news from Belo Horizonte, the other regional that's happening in Brazil. We have veteran of the game Diego Casiraga, former world champion in top cut. We have 2-time international champion Gustavo Wada in top cut. And we also have that senior player prodigy who's now aged up in Masters, Gabriel Fernandez. So maybe seniors was just a little too easy for him, and now he's in Masters. Can he get the accolades that everyone's hoping for? We'll have to see. But let's focus on this Swiss round, Kyle.
Yeah, we have a lot to look forward to here and there at our tables now. Brandon Salazar playing the Marty's Grimmsnarl EX with Frostlass up against Hiroshi, running back a regional champion deck list, maybe with this Enzor EX Retro, and we'll have to see what the differences are.
The 2 dark type Pokemon that were the stars of the show, trying to fight those tournaments against Gardevoir EX, trying to take them down. Doric was successful, as you mentioned, a couple of weeks ago over in Pittsburgh, winning Liam Halliburton winning the tournament. Brazil has been pretty quiet since top 8 at NIC by Piper Lepin. It has had okay results, but nothing standout. But I mean, it seems like this mega format could be a bit more accommodating. That Lily's determination, giving it that extra oomph that it needed, instead of Professor's Research to not be so aggressive with the discards. And we could see a bit more representation of Marty over at the top tables this weekend.
Yeah, very curious list to see here from Hiroshi. A few other inclusions that we did not see from Liam. And also, there might be something to this. We know the success of Marty Grimmsnarl in Japan is all over the list, the list that we see when we check out their results. Hiroshi's probably seen a lot of Marty Grimmsnarl. Do you think that maybe plays a role in this matchup?
I have to imagine, right? And all of the Cornerstone just such a big card against it. So, and like Cornerstone feels like a great counter to many of the top decks, right? It's a great counter against Golding, it's a great counter against Charizard, and it's a great counter against Grimmsnarl, and sometimes even against Gardevoir if they don't have like a Drifloon or whatnot to really do a lot of damage. Everything has an ability these days.
All right, well, let's catch you up here, folks. This game already started as we were out in the field. We brought them over, and they have rebuilt the game state for us. Thankful for that. Look at these prize cards. Triple Lilies, 2 big basic Pokemon here in the Infinite and the Snorunt, and on the other side, see a Boss's Orders and a Turo, and 1 copy of that TM Evolution.
Just as I was saying how important